Hello and welcome to Odds on Ligue Matchday 30. We have PSG back in the competition, but especially interesting the fight for the Champions League spots now with 𝐿𝐵𝐴 Marseille in the third spot. Big defeat against Monaco, Alain, 3-0.
Yes, is now the focus is the attention is the fighting for the Champions League. I think is the European spot you can extend there because we saw Strasbourg really near to be back to Europe, but Nice, Brest can have an option to catch another European spot. Lens maybe, yes, is so interesting and against the relegation. Saint-Etienne will have a reaction. They have a really hard derby this journey, and we will be check and analyze the possibility of Saint-Etienne in that derby.
Let's analyze all the games we have in this match day with you guys. Remember also leave your tips for this show, and now let's go on with the show. We have a game on Friday. We have Stade Rennes, Nantes, mid-table, absolutely safe for Rennes. Great news after Sampaoli's brief spell at the club. 5-1 in Le Havre. Nantes is still in danger, Alain. 3 points away from the bottom three, despite also a great result in Nice.
Yes, they have a game less because they must to play against Paris Saint-Germain. Now is a derby without draw since 2021. Maybe we can try the draw because in my opinion Rennes have something more about the individual talent, but Rennes since 𝐵𝐵 arrived to the bench is a team feel more comfortable in transition when they must to do the game that suffer. We saw the results since they arrive are better away than at home, but away they played against Le Havre and 𝐿𝐵𝐴, and they're the worst team, like a local team. Not is the history of the last season. They are fighting against a relegation again and again. Is a team don't found continuity. Is a team don't be able to have a positive row with 5-6 games without a defeat. For this game, I repeat we can try the X, but I think Rennes have something more, and I choose Rennes winning odds 1.78.
Okay, 3.8 if you go for the draw, as Alain was saying. Well, PSG Le Havre is the next game. PSG with the title after the Champions League tie with Aston Villa, absolutely relaxed in Ligue 1, nothing to play for here. For Le Havre is the life in the bottom three after that defeat against Rennes. But before that they got 6 points against Montpellier and Nantes.
Yes, Le Havre at home really bad, away very good season. At home it's the worst team. It's worse than Montpellier when they played at home. When they played away, is in the middle of the table, 17 points in 14 game. Is a team able to win 1-0. How about Paris Saint-Germain will be arrived this game after the game against Aston Villa with Enrique must to do a turnover rotation, and I think PSG will be win this game because PSG will be compete until the end of the season, but PSG don't will be win more with more than 3 goals. I choose PSG winning handicap minus 2.25 odds 1.80.
Big win for PSG. Impossible not to back them, of course. So much better than all the clubs. And one of the most interesting games this weekend is Monaco. Strasbourg, Monaco second in the standings after beating 3-0 Olympique Marseille. Strasbourg, they are 6 right now, 11 points with Lille and only one less than Lyon because they drew with Nice. Still really good numbers for Strasbourg, 7 wins and 2 draws in the last games. Very interesting game, this one, Alain.
Yes, Monaco is interesting game, probably one of the most interesting game for the technical level. Monaco won an important game against Olympique de Marseille. We saw a team with maturity. The team is back. Is Monaco back? The team of the beginning of the season when they'll be able to win against Barcelona two times against Barcelona is major things, that one. And in the middle, Camara and Zakaria was brilliant against Marseille. Zakaria is in his best form of his life. Probably he will go to the Premier League because he's a dominant midfielder right now. But Strasbourg is in a very positive moment. Strasbourg he is now in European spot. Strasbourg is in a positive row since the beginning of February when they lose 1-0 in Rennes in Ligue 1. And the team have a lot of talent. Maybe against Nice they have something that the management of the score quit 2 points to Strasbourg, and it's a shame because with that 2 points, Strasbourg right now should be in Champions League spot, and we have a lot of talent for that game. Maybe Monaco has something more with the experience, but I think Strasbourg can be catch point. I choose a surprise, double chance. Strasbourg X2 odds 2.39.
Well, a surprise. And then behind Monaco, we have Marseille playing at home against Montpellier. Of course, they should win. The bookies give them only 1.2 odds, but the form is concerning for Marseille. Alain, 4 defeats in the last 5 games.
Really bad, especially away because the last 3 games away, they lose, and then a bad lose. No, in Monaco, in Reims, in Paris, we can accept that. But in Reims and Monaco, we don't saw the team. The average of goal received away is 3 goals per game. And with that one, Marseille, with that average of point until the end of the season, that don't will be a Champions League team, because the fighting for Champions League is really hard, is really intense, and we have a lot of team with not so many points. Monaco 53 is second, and Strasbourg is 6th with 50 points. One is 3 points, and now the point have a special value now against Montpellier. Montpellier is the season is end for that bestiary. We saw a team not more in the competition. The last positive point was the 26th January in Toulouse, and since that, only defeat for Montpellier. A special problem with the goal. The last goal Montpellier scored was the 16th February, 2 months ago. Wow, it's a sad season for Montpellier. For that reason, Marseille must have a reaction. I think Marseille will win with a good goal average, and I choose Marseille winning with 1.75 handicap. Odds 1.77.
Games on Sunday. First one is Lille, Auxerre. Lille also chasing the Champions League spots. They are 5th. They beat Toulouse away, and Auxerre mid-table. They lost to Lyon, but they were, before that defeat, in great form. 3 wins in the last 5 games. Of course, Lille need much more the points in this game, Alain.
Yes, Lille at home is a strong team. Is a strong team since the beginning of the season. They have a negative row against Le Havre and against 𝗀𝐿𝐴 in Coupe de France, but except that in Ligue 1 is a team lose only against Paris Saint-Germain this season. And now Auxerre is the surprise, in my opinion, of the season. Auxerre lose in a badly way against Lyon. I think Lyon was stronger. Maybe Auxerre now is the good classification. Maybe the table, the team are not so focused, and Auxerre must be focused to compete at this level. But in my opinion, Montpellier will be prepared really well this game. Lille have something more. The odds are dangerous because I think the victory of Lille don't reflect the difference between both teams. For that reason, I think Auxerre is able to score in Lille. I choose both teams to score odds 2.01.
Okay, next game is Brest-Lens. Brest getting closer to the European spots because they are in good form. They drew with Saint-Etienne, but 3 wins and 2 draws in the last 5 games. Lens lost to Reims, saying basically goodbye to the European spots or positions. A bad season for Lens. And in the last 5 games, Alain, both teams to score no in their games.
Yeah, it's the team with less both teams to score in the Ligue Lens since the beginning of the season. What about Brest? Maybe I think in Saint-Etienne, Brest don't manage well the score because the team takes 3 times the advantage and 3 times Saint-Etienne came back in the score, and in my opinion, Brest lose 2 points in the Forez in the last game, and it can be affect the fighting against Champions League because with that 2 point losing, that now the gap with Nice is the conference spot is 4 points, and right now is a direct game for the last spot of Europe for conference. Sorry, loss is difficult to have a clear image, the identity about this loss, because we saw some very good things and we saw some really, really bad things, especially against Strasbourg. The last weekend we saw the worst version of loss, and against Brest, against this model of play, the direct football of Brest, I think loss will be suffered a lot. Brest wanna take the revenge after they lose the game in the first leg. For that reason, I choose Brest winning odds 2.50.
Let's go to the next game. We have Nice-Angers. Nice falling in the table. At least they got a draw against Strasbourg in the last minute, but no wins in the last 5 with only 2 points. And Angers beat Montpellier to breathe, to get some air with the relegation spots.
Yes, it was mandatory for Angers to win at home, where they suffered since the beginning of the season. Nice must have a reaction. 1 month ago, Nice was in the fighting for a Champions League spot. Right now, 3 points, but less to Lyon. But the row is negative. The feeling about the last game of Nice are really negative. That must to change that row, that feeling to fighting for a European spot, because Nice is built to go back to Europe this season. Nice play a lot. Direct football, a lot from the wing, and for that reason I chose over 8.5 corner for that game, odds 1.61.
Alain, let's go to the next one. Is a game Toulouse, a game outside the bottom three thanks to the important win against Lens. 3 wins in the last 4 games, including OM or the Coupe de France semi-finals, and Toulouse, falling in the table, nothing to play for, and 4 consecutive defeats.
Yes, in Toulouse, in my opinion, I said you that 1 month ago, the cycle with Martinez in the bench is finished, is done. And the team don't answer. We saw a lot of defense problem, a lot of technical and concentration mistake. And that one means that the team is not already focused about the Liga. They don't have any goal because the team are pretty safe. I think 10 point up to Saint-Etienne is enough to save the categoria. Right now, against this Stade de Reims need point. And I am really surprised about the odds because, in my opinion, Reims is favorite for this game, for the grade of motivation. For the last game, we saw a better version of Reims. They beat Marseille. They won in Bollard in Nantes in the last weekend. For that reason, I choose the double opportunity, double chance, 1x for Reims not losing against Toulouse, odds 1.70.
And now the derby, Rhône derby, Saint-Etienne, Lyon, very important for both sides. For Saint-Etienne to stay in the Ligue 1 is only 1 win in the last 13 games, and for Lyon, Alain, for fighting for the Champions League spots, great win against Auxerre, 5 wins in the last 6 Ligue 1 games for Lyon, but also, of course, take consideration that they are playing a crucial game on Thursday at Old Trafford.
Yes, that one, but I think that don't affect because the motivation is strong. Is the hottest derby in France, and after a few years, Saint-Etienne in Ligue 2 is back in 𝗀𝗲𝗿𝗲'𝘀 in Saint-Etienne, and Saint-Etienne need point. Lyon too need point. Saint-Etienne in the last games at home, Saint-Etienne, the games finished with a lot of goals. 6 against Brest, 6 against Angers, 4 against Nice, 7 against Paris Saint-Germain. The defense of Saint-Etienne suffered so much, and the line of the midfield don't protect the defense, and that one is a big limit. It's a big limit, and probably it will be cost the category to Saint-Etienne. Lyon will be arrived with motivation, with his talent, with his goals, and for that reason I choose over 3.25 goals, odds 1.93.
Well, guys, as always, we have our tipster competitions available for you, where you can win some cash money and also rivals to create your own tipster competition. Alain, your safe bet?
And not over 1.75 goals, odds 1.38.
And the ACCA?
Lille Auxerre over 2.25 goals, Reims Toulouse over 2.25 goals, Saint-Etienne OL over 2.75 goals for a total 4.00.
Great, Alain, thank you guys for watching. See you, bye bye.